Hello, intuitive friend. Welcome back. If you're watching this during live stream, welcome. If you're watching this after the live stream, welcome as well. Let's make sure you guys can hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box, as all my links are down below. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. For those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Today, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on the couples collective. Okay, so this is all about the couples collective. So whether you are in a partnership, in a connection, in a friendship that could be a little bit more, there's interest there, or whether you are in a seasoned connection such as marriage, or maybe you've been living together for quite some time, then these messages are for you. Now, if you're watching this after the live stream, just go down below in the description box and click on the timestamps. But first, for those of you who are joining me live, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. And we're going to start the readings. First and foremost, this is for the fire signs, okay? So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for the month of October. What is potentially unfolding here for you within your connection in the month of October, okay? So, of course, Aries, you're going to have your own reading. Leo, you're going to have your own reading. And of course, Sagittarius, you're going to have your own readings. Now, if you haven't taken a look at the October readings, those are coming out. Okay, so take a look at the monthly messages down below in the playlist. And for those of you who are interested in finding out more information or gaining more knowledge about what could potentially be coming up unexpectedly, or what you don't see coming, unexpected messages, just take a look in the bonus messages playlist, and there you will have the entire series starting from Aries all the way to Pisces. That being said, let's jump into the reading, focusing on what could be potentially unfolding here for Aries. Okay, so we're going to start with Aries. Hello, Aries, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are an Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however Aries may show up on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are for you. And today, Aries, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what could potentially be unfolding within your connection. So this is a mutual reading, Aries, is for you and for your significant other. Okay, you could always take a look at your significant other's sign later on as the series unfolds, but for now we're going to be taking a look at you, Aries, and your connection with your significant other. Now, of course, you could be Aries in your sun, moon, rising. You could also be an Aries in any of the following placements, which focus on love, romance, and connection. Those are Venus. So you could be an Aries in Venus, an Aries in your Juno, an Aries in your 8th house on your astrological natal chart, or Aries in your 5th house on your astrological natal chart. Okay. All right, let's take a look here, Aries, what's coming through for you and your partner. So what could potentially be unfolding here for both you and potentially your partner in the month of October? Now, this deck that I am shuffling has messages on both sides. The side that I will be channeling is the side that's going to be facing towards me. Okay. So let's take a look here. Ooh, let's see. Love's disguise. Okay, so that's the part that's looking towards me. Let's take a look at what this says here. It says, go beyond superficial. Go beyond superficial looks and see who they truly are. All right. So there's some sort of unmasking here. So in the month of October here, Aries, you and your partner could be allowing yourselves to feel more vulnerable towards each other, maybe sharing parts of yourself that, it's a little bit difficult to share. Okay. Parts of you that focus on trust, they focus on understanding, they focus on you being able to feel comfortable, as well as your partner. Okay. So love's disguise is this energy that I'm feeling that both you and your partner, or one of you here, okay, could be feeling more open to sharing parts about you, your ideas, your thoughts, your concerns. Okay. This could even talk about your emotions towards each other, or emotions about the trajectory of your connection. All right, let's take a look and see what else is coming through for the both of you here. What else may be unfolding? Yeah, going beyond the superficial, there is definitely this energy here of really going down to the root of the matter. Now, listen, new love just flipped over here, and it says a person has stirred your romantic feelings. Now, for those of you who are in new connections, meaning Aries, you just started a connection here with someone. You're getting to know them, they're getting to know you. You both are kind of like, you like each other. You're in that phase of getting to know each other. You have here new love. For others of you who are in seasoned connections here, this feels like it's a renewal. This renewal of your emotions, a renewal of your vows, a renewal of your connection to one another. Okay, so it does make sense because there could be here an extra layer you're going deeper in. And for some of you who are in seasoned connections, this could just be, again, the natural unfolding, like the new level. Your seasoned connection is, is unfolding here. Okay, so yeah, new passion, renewed passion, a renewed bond as well between you and your partner. But there may be here more passion, more romantic feelings towards each other, you for your partner and your partner for you. What I'm also getting here with love's disguise, especially with the fact that it says go beyond the superficial, I feel that there may be conversations here which may feel a little bit uncomfortable, because they may highlight something here, especially for those of you who have been in connections for quite some time, something that really needs to be spoken about here. Okay, so it's as if there's this energy here of really kind of, in order to get to that clean slate type of energy, it's going to be important for you to really talk about that topic or revisit a conversation, in order to really get to the root of the matter or the core of the matter. Okay, let's see what else is coming through here for the both of you. You have, there you go, unspeakable. There are obstacles. Okay, so these obstacles could be thoughts, self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs, like I just said before I even um, you know, divided the deck here. I was just talking about that. I was feeling that this could be those topics that have been very difficult to talk about. They could be, resurfacing, these conversations that, have been difficult to chat about, that have been difficult to resolve, that have been challenging to compromise on, especially with the fact that, although Mercury is going to go in retrograde in November 9th through the 29th, remember that Mercury, when it goes into retrograde, although it says officially, right, astrologically speaking, it begins November 9th, you can feel the energies of that retrograde a week to 2 weeks before. So if that's the case here for some of you who may feel it, that means we're talking about mid-October. So there could be here conversations that you want to revisit, review, reflect, and revise. Maybe some, things that you agreed on before, maybe then you need to take a look at it again. Maybe there's a revision here of a compromise. Okay, remember that Mercury is the planet that influences the clarity of the mind, but also the clarity of communications, travel, and technology. So with love's disguise go beyond the superficial. We're talking about maybe going deep into conversations that have been already, dealt with in the past, but not haven't shown a sense of resolution. Okay, so however this may be for the both of you here, there is this sense of, wait, something is falling. There we go. All right, we're gonna hold this for a second here. There may be, as it says here, harness your inner strength to overcome the obstacles. Okay, so whatever has been on your mind or whatever will be on your mind here in the month of October, I feel is going to be aired out. I do feel that there is going to be some type of compromise, because we do have here romantic feelings are being stirred. So there may be this, like, once and for all, something is cleared, something is discussed, and there feels here like there is an actual resolution, a compromise, or some sort of negotiation here where both of you are able to air out your concerns and maybe, reignite that passion within your connection. Now, you do have here, yes, rising to the challenge, floating on air, advance. Okay. So there may be a little bit of this feeling here in October where things may feel a little bit turbulent or a little bit, choppy. But like I said, it's going to turn around, right? There is this rising, right? So there could be an elevation of a commitment here. Okay. So for some of you who have been in the friend stage, maybe there's something happening, a conversation here talking about something a little bit more exclusive. For those of you who have been exclusive, maybe there are talks here about how to move forward into a deeper level of commitment. And for those of you who are in deeper levels of commitment, there could be here, how can we deepen our bond? How can we reignite the passion within our connection? Because again, for those of you who are in a seasoned connection, this could be talking about things feeling a little bit stale and really kind of figuring out how to spice things up here in your connection. Wherever you may be in your connection, whether it's at the beginning of a friendship or starting to talk to someone, or if you're all the way to the end of a seasoned connection here, like to the other spectrum of a seasoned connection, wherever you may be here, these messages are looking, number one, very positive here for the both of you. And again, it is the sense of you really unmasking and sharing your deep concerns, your emotions, and rising together and continuing to focus on the trajectory of your connection. Aries, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Up next, we have Leo. Intuitive friends, for those of you who are joining me on this live, first and foremost, I want to thank you for your love, your loyalty, and your support. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by today. And whether you are watching me in the morning, noon, night, I hope you're having a really good day today. All right, up next, we're going to be channeling messages here for Leo. And for those of you who are watching the channel for the first time, welcome. I hope that you are enjoying these messages. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because I also do 5-minute mini readings for my subscribers. So you don't want to miss that either, okay? That being said, let's jump to the next astrological sign here, focusing on the fire signs. Hello, Leo. Welcome back. Whether you are a Leo sun, moon, rising Venus, or however Leo may show up on your astrological natal chart in sections of your astrological natal chart that focus on love, connections, partnerships, marriage, okay, or love. Those are Venus. So if you are a Leo in Venus, Leo in Juno, Leo in your fifth or eighth houses, then these messages are also for you. Leo, today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what could potentially be unfolding here between you and your significant other, your partner, okay, your connection. But first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box, as those are there for you. And look what just shot out to the side and facing me. I have unexpected joys. Okay. Now, this deck does have messages on both sides of the deck, but of course, I channel the message that is focusing or pointing towards me. And so you have here, Leo. Remember, this message is for you, Leo, and your partner. So it's mutual energy. What may be potentially unfolding here for you in October? And you have unexpected joys. Life's surprises are gifts, opening doors to unforeseen adventures. Okay. Now, unexpected joys here, there may be a turn of an event. There may be something shifting, changing. There may be a challenge. There may be a delay. There may be here a blessing in disguise. Okay. So, what you may feel or think is like, oh, that's happening, or, I didn't want it to go in that direction. Maybe it needs to go in that direction. Maybe something needs here this shift or this challenge in order to open doors or pivot you, Leo, and your partner into a different direction, into your highest good, into the path where there's more fill in the blank, whatever that may be. Okay. So there could be here a blessing in disguise. What you may originally on the onset, when it happens, or if it happens here in the month of October, that on the onset you may think, oh man, I really I don't want this change. I don't want to have to deal with I don't want to deal with this challenge, this obstacle, this delay, however this may be, or this argument, or why are you bringing this up now, that type of energy. There's a reason. Okay, there may be something behind the message. There may be something here that you initially may think or feel like it's like a monkey wrench here in your plans, but in reality, behind it there is some sense of joy. There may be some sense here of a blessing in disguise. Okay, this may pivot you and your partner to pivot in a new direction that could bring you more joy, or could bring you unexpected gifts, okay, or blessings, like I said, in disguise. Let's see what else is coming through here in regards to this message here for you, Leo, and your significant other. All right, Leo, don't forget to also take a look at your partner's message zodiac sign as well, so you can maximize on the messages. And let's take a look here. What else is coming through, Leo and their partner? What's potentially unfolding here in the month of October? And you have soulmate. Okay. So sometimes people think that when you meet your quote unquote soulmate, quote unquote twin flame, a person you feel like this is it, this person is like the most compatible person on earth, that everything is going to be hunky dory. Everything's going to be beautiful, easygoing. And guess what? Usually that's not the case, because in twin flame and soulmate connections, it's actually you will encounter more challenges. Why? Because you are there to help heal your partner what your partner cannot heal by themselves individually. And your partner is here for you, Leo, to help you heal things that you cannot heal individually. Now, we heal in two different ways: by ourselves and we heal a lot more and deeper when we attract our soulmate. Okay, so this could be talking about this energy here unfolding where you feel like, you know what, everything feels wonderful, this honeymoon's phase, and all of a sudden there could be here a little bit of a choppy road in the month of October. Now that does make sense because Mercury will be in retrograde November 9th through the 29th. Now, if you missed the reading or you haven't watched it yet, where I channel messages focusing on what you don't see coming, the unexpected messages, which are in the bonus messages playlist, take a look at that, because there I talk about the things that you don't see coming potentially here for you, right? Now, in October, the ending of October, you may feel a little bit of tension, and that here may be because of that Mercury that's going retrograde on November 9th all the way through 29th. Now, although officially Mercury goes into retrograde on November 9th, there are times those energies of that retrograde, meaning Mercury is going to go against its normal rotation, which could bring tendency here of miscommunication and a little bit of trigger energy 2 weeks prior to that November 9th and 2 weeks after that November 29th. So why am I bringing this up? Because during that tension, which could, I'm not saying it will, but it could potentially show up here for you and your partner here, Leo. This is talking about that sense here of a little bit of that turbulence in paradise may lead you to take a look at something a lot closer, the manner in which you both communicate and the manner in which both of you are learning to compromise and negotiate when both of you are not on the same page. Okay, so it may be a little bit of that bumpy road during the honeymoon phase of your connection, especially if you're just starting this connection. And for others of you, if you have been in this connection for quite some time, then this is just talking about, again, just another peak and flow. Okay, so there's that ebb and flow type of energy that we all know. If we've been in relationships, it happens, the highs and the lows, right? Are you still able to move with the flow of the highs and lows in your connection? Okay, now soulmate says here you have found your romantic counterpart. So again, there may be something here that both of you will need to heal, either together or help each other with here, potentially in the month of October. Let's see what else is coming through for you here, Leo, and your partner here, potentially unfolding in the month of October. What is potentially unfolding here for you and your partner in the month of October? And we have here Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear says, interested in you, blooming romance, flirting, want to date. Okay, so there you go. Some of you are going to be able to ride the wave. And guess what? Behind that potential challenge or turbulence, like I said, you may at first sight, it may be like, oh, I can't believe it. But there's going to be something beautiful behind it. Like I said, a blessing in disguise. Life's surprises or gifts, okay? Opening doors to unforeseen adventures. Now, what's interesting that I'm getting here, and I just want to throw it out there, okay, Leo? So pay attention for both you and your partner. For some of you here, there may be an unexpected addition to the family, okay? Pregnancy here could be in the works or in the midst here for either you, Leo, or your partner, meaning both of you, of course, but one person, there's something here about pregnancy. So just keep an eye out for that. All right. That could be the unexpected joy, the, oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting it, but what a beautiful, surprise, right? So that is coming through very, very strong here. So just be in that awareness. The other thing that I'm feeling here is, again, there could be after that turbulent or a little bit of that, whether it's miscommunication, a little bit of tension here, you may start connecting even further with one another. Again, your romance may be blooming and may be rising to another higher level of commitment. Okay. All right, let's take a look at what else is coming through for you, Leo, and your partner here. The potential, what is potentially here unfolding for you and your partner, Leo, in the month of October. Okay, now this deck that I'm shuffling here also has messages on both ends. And so I will be channeling, all right, I'll be channeling that card that just flipped over, the one that's pointing towards me. And what do we have here? It says, yes, resurrect old ideas, breathe life. Breathe new life into it. Okay. All right. This is beautiful. Especially for those of you who have been in your connection for quite some time, those seasoned connections, you may feel kind of like the monotony of the connection where you kind of feel like, you know, things are just coasting here. There may be here a reignited passion. What's very interesting here is that I want to say Aries had that message as well. Okay, so there could be the breath of new life in this connection, and that being passion. Okay, passion, love languages being expressed. Okay, tenderness being shared, bonding happening here, being able to connect with one another through the unexpected and supporting each other through the process, and then being able to see the joy of working together as a couple. Again, unexpected joys, life surprises are gifts, opening doors to unforeseen adventures here. Okay, so very, very beautiful energy here, resurrecting old ideas, maybe talking about past conversations that may not have been resolved in the past. Maybe here in the month of October, there's going to be some sense of feeling a resolution here and reignited passion here between you and your partner. Again, you do have here blooming romance and wanting to date, meaning dating each other, perhaps a little bit more here in the month of October, and making those moments special for each other. Leo, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Up next, we have Sagittarius. For those of you who are watching the live stream, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner. And if you like the way that I am doing these readings, well, guess what? Just subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification bell and all alerts, because ever so often I do come and do 5-minute free mini readings for my subscribers. So if you want to be part of that, then feel free to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all notification alerts for those opportunities. Okay. Up next, we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you're coming up next. All right. So for those of you who are watching, welcome. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. All right. Up next, we have Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a tarot. Oh, okay. So can you guys see that? All right, here you go. Okay, Sagittarius, whether you are a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however Sagittarius may show up on your astrological natal chart. So that means your Sun, your Moon, your Rising could be in Sagittarius, or other placements on your astrological natal chart that focus on love, connections, partnerships, connections, and love. Okay. And those areas would be maybe Venus, Sagittarius in Venus, Sagittarius in your Juno, Sagittarius in your 8th house, or Sagittarius in your 5th house. So if you have those other placements, this message is also for you, Sagittarius. And these messages are just not only for you, but also for your partner. It's the mutual overall energy here of what may potentially be unfolding for you and your partner in the month of October. So as I was saying before, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box, as all my links are down below. For those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. And today I'm going to be channeling messages here, Sagittarius, focusing on what is potentially unfolding for you and your partner in the month of October. Okay, if you missed those October readings, take a look. And if you missed the what you don't see coming within the next 3 months, the unexpected messages, take a look at those in the bonus messages under that playlist. So it's the bonus messages playlist. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, let's see here what's coming through for both you and your partner, potentially here in the month of October. Now, listen, this deck has messages on both sides. It's the one that's looking towards me that I'm going to channel. And it says here, crossing over, bridge the gap between your hearts with trust. Okay, so bridge the gap, crossing over, bridging the gap between the both of you. All right. Now, Sagittarius, crossing over, bridge the gap between your hearts with trust. There may be here a situation, circumstance, or event in the month of October that may challenge the trust here between the both of you, whether it's your idea of what trust should look like, what your idea of what transparency may look like, your idea of what, especially here with the gap between your trust, between the hearts and the trust. Maybe this could even be talking about trust issues that you may have individually. Like you may have trust issues, Sagittarius, because of something that you may have dealt with in the past or recent past. Or maybe your partner may have residual energies that they haven't healed from the past or recent past as well. So it could be individually, or it could be a level of trust within the connection. This could be connected to jealousy. This could be connected to, again, jealousy. This could be not feeling comfortable here about something, some type of dynamic here, some type of energy, maybe a third party here that someone here is not feeling comfortable about. However, this may resonate for the both of you in the month of October, it's coming across as both of you taking the time to mend, heal, repair, or restore, okay, the level of trust back to either where it was before, if there was here a little bit of a feeling of mistrust here and needing to talk about that, or for others of you here, it's strengthening that trust and that bond, especially if this connection is starting new, right? So this is a brand new connection. It's talking about, there are going to be those moments where, you, in a way, you're negotiating here, what you think versus what someone else may perceive or think. And again, there could be here the sense of mending, fixing, or repairing, or coming to some type of compromise there, because you have yet to know each other well enough to understand or to see, how much you can trust the person, or maybe you don't know them yet, so again, especially with the new connections that's coming through here. For others of you here who are in season connections, this bridging the gap between your hearts and trust here, I should say, the gap between your heart with trust, is talking about or resolving an instance here where someone may feel, like I said, a little bit of jealousy here. They may feel a little bit of tension in regards to something. Now, the third party energy could be any type of energy. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be whatever is creating a wedge here between you, Sagittarius, and your partner. So that could be work, that could be responsibilities, That could be the lack of time. That could be, whatever, third party energy could be creating that wedge. But how this is looking here for the both of you, it's as if both of you are going to be trying to make the effort here on making something better, or trying to lessen that feeling, or that lack of trust here, or the feeling here that may come up here in the month of October in regards to trusting each other about something. You have here separation. Like I said, I'm feeling like there's more of a third party wedge here that may be intensifying here for the both of you, especially if this has been in an area or a point of discussion and arguments in the past or recent past. Here in October, it may flare up once again. There may be here a situation, circumstance, or event that may heighten or intensify here that gap of trust or mistrust or jealousy here. Okay. Now, separation says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And for some of you, there may be here a potential of, taking a moment to step back. There may be something here about a silent treatment, someone getting upset and someone just like icing someone out. Two people too upset to talk to each other. Maybe here, again, something being very, very sensitive, a topic that's very sensitive. So trust may be the main focus here for the both of you, okay, in the month of October. Now, of course, that could be in any area. What I'm also getting here with separation is, especially for those of you who may be in an industry or a job, okay, or in a career where there's lots of travel here, especially because Mercury is going to go in retrograde November 9th all the way through November 29th. And as you know, when Mercury is in retrograde, it's when Mercury is going against its own natural rotation, and it does tend to bring tension in areas of communication and areas of travel. All right. So if you are in a long distance relationship, which by the way, if you are, you should be looking at connections and separation readings on the connections and separation playlist. But for whatever reason, if you're here, that's fine. This could be talking about something feeling a little bit more triggering during that time. All right. Now, although I did say November 9th through November 29th, remember that sometimes we feel that Mercury retrograde energy 2 weeks before November 9th, which means it falls in October, okay, the ending of October, and may also fall the beginning of December. And of course, we'll talk about that when November and December readings come along. But this is already showing a little bit of attention that could be coming up in regards to trust and transparency here. All right, let's see what else is coming through here for you, Sagittarius, and your partner. What may be potentially unfolding here in the month of October. You have here Phoenix, okay? New phase, rekindle, renew, growth, changed minds, rise from the ashes, okay? Beautiful, beautiful energy here. After lots of thought, okay? And that's how this is coming through, especially with looking at this person whose eyes are closed and facing my left-hand side, which is the past or recent past. And they're also looking at the separation card here. After a break, okay, of cooling down, waiting for the dust to settle, and reconnecting and having a conversation here about how to resolve, compromise, or negotiate how to deal with that wedge or that gap between the both of you, where trust may be an issue here. You may choose, after lots of thinking, till you see all these gears in the mind, after thinking, assessing, reassessing, of course, Mercury in retrograde does bring that energy also. It brings the energy of reevaluation, thinking back, figuring something out. Okay, there may be here a new phase or rekindling, kind of figuring out how to negotiate through this situation, how to fix it, how to mend, how to repair. Okay, looking at things from a more mature standpoint, or looking at things from a different perspective. Okay, not just your perspective, from your partner's perspective, and your partner not just looking at their perspective, but looking at your perspective. So vice versa here. So there may be here a change of mind or a change of heart in regards to bridging the gap between your hearts with trust. Okay, I do feel that there's this energy here where you both are going to really try your best to try to overcome it. But again, it's going to be once the dust settles, because there's the separation. The separation could be just a time out. It doesn't mean a breakup, separation, or divorce. For some of you, it might. But I feel that you're going to come to your senses, whether it's you, Sagittarius, or whether it's your partner. Someone may come back to their senses and they're going to change your mind. They're going to change their mind. They're going to say, you know what? I really didn't mean that. I'm so sorry. And your partner may come, you know what? I didn't mean what I said either. And then there may be here some type of reconciliation here. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what else is coming through for you and your partner. What may be potentially unfolding here for the both of you in the month of October. Let's see what's coming through here. Last but not least. Now, again, this deck here also has messages on both sides. And of course, I'll be reading the one that is pointing towards me. So that's what I'm going to be channeling. It says, spotted reputation, going bad, rotten idea. Okay. So there's a big fat no there. So I feel that this energy, this message here, it's when both of you may be at the heightened peak of being angry towards each other, upset. You know, there could be emotions flaring. There could be triggers here, you know, being felt here. Okay, let me bring it a little closer. There you go. You should be able to see it now. There. You know, emotions flaring up. And like I said, there may be a change of idea here. So someone saying no could turn into a yes. Someone saying yes can turn into a no. So either a change of mind or a change of heart here that can potentially here start mending, fixing, repairing this connection, okay, or strengthening that trust, or for others of you here, rekindling or reconciliation here for the both of you. That being said, Sagittarius, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, continue to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.